Prime Video was taking us back to Middle-earth with its new entry in the Lord of the Rings franchise.
There's wonders in this world, beyond our wandering.
On this IMD brief, let's go there and back again to break down everything we know about The Lord of the Rings. Due for September 2nd, 2022, the Prime Video show is a prequel to the stories seen in J.R.R. Tolkien's books and Peter Jackson's films. Instead, the series is set thousands of years in the past, during the Second Age of Middle-earth, when a new evil is emerging in the land. The Rings of Power will follow some of the events and characters previously mentioned in the prologue to The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring, when Middle-earth transitions from a time of peace to an endless war. The series centers around the forging of these Rings of Power and the eventual rise of the Dark Lord Sauron.
One ring to rule them all.
Even with a new, earlier setting, there are still a few familiar faces, including a young Galadriel, who you'll remember being played by Cate Blanchett in Jackson's films.
I know what it is you saw.
For the series, St. Maud's Morfydd Clark takes on the role of this future elven queen back when she was still a leader of the Northern armies and looking decidedly more like a warrior than the queen we saw in the movies. There's also a young Elrond, the half-elven eventual Lord of Rivendell, who is played in the films by Hugo Weaving. For the series, he's being played by Game of Thrones actor Robert Aramayo and is still just a lowly, elven statesman focused on fixing the broken relationship between the elves and the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. But there are also plenty of new faces, like the Sylvan elf Arondir, played by Ismael Cruz Cordova. There's also Charlie Vickers Halbrand, a human described as being a fugitive from his own past, shown in the trailer stuck on a small raft in the middle of a terrifying storm. Vanity Fair gave us the first look at Sofia Nomvede as Dwarven Princess Disa, seen standing at the entrance of Khazad-dûm, and we're given a brief glimpse of the Elven High King Gil-galad, played by Benjamin Walker, looking up at the skies with worry. And it seems he's right to worry, as the character shown engulfed in the flames is rumored to be Myron, who in the books becomes Sauron, the second Dark Lord and creator of the Rings of Power and the One Ring. We'll be introduced to a Harfoot, an early ancestor of hobbits played by Markella Kavanagh, who we'll likely see more of throughout the series. There's also an unnamed soldier played by Will Fletcher, screaming out in the midst of an orc-heavy battle. One character that we don't see as much in the trailer, but who plays a major role in the events the series is based on, is Isildur, ancestor of Aragorn, played in the series by Maxim Baldry. In The Fellowship of the Ring, Isildur, played by Harry Sinclair, greedily and disastrously keeps the One Ring for himself after the defeat of Sauron. Like the films, The Rings of Power was shot in New Zealand with an impressive 22-person main cast and will reportedly last 5 seasons. The pilot, entitled Shadow of the Past, which also shares the same name of the second chapter of the Lord of the Rings book, is helmed by J.A. Bayona, director of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and it's set to premiere on September 2nd, 2022 on Prime Video.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there?
For more Tolkien tomes and trending tales, stay glued